Welcome to Kenect The Dots, a podcast where we unlock the stories that connect each and every one of us. Hosted by me, Zach Day, in partnership with Kenect Nashville. How do you connect?
How do you connect? You know who it is. It's Zach Day over here once again, coming to you all the way from Kenect Phoenix in Phoenix, Arizona. It's been a minute since I've been down here recording. I've been all over the world, not really the world, but all over the country, really. I've been just here, there, and everywhere, busy, but, that's just how it is. That's life, for someone like me. But it's always good to be back home and here in the Kenect The Dots studio, as I'm calling it. I'm still trying to work on, getting these lights right because I'm just working with what I got. You know what I mean? But, hey, we look good. We sound good. That's the most important part. With me today, I have one of my really sweet, dear friends. FaRay Gibson is here. FaRay, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, of course. No, thank you. Seriously, FaRay is amazing. I love FaRay. We kind of go way back, as in a couple months ago.
But it feels like it's been some time now.
Yeah, it really does.
We've been through a journey.
Yeah, we have. Let's just, I don't even know where to start, FaRay. Let's see. Well, when I first moved to Kenect Phoenix, which was in, I think, July, excuse me. It was in July, and I come into the building. Never been here, don't know anything, don't know anybody here. And then I see FaRay, and he just greets me with this beautiful smile and perfect just energy. And he was like, "I already got your stuff in your apartment for you. You're all good." I was like, "Thank you." And then anytime I need anything, I always know I can go to FaRay. So I really appreciate you here. And I guess that you said your title is say it for me again. Lifestyle and
Building coordinator.
A building coordinator, right?
Isn't that beautiful?
I
love how they segued it, changed it up a bit, but it feels like it is. You know what I mean? I'm handling the day to day. The come ins and outs of the comes in and out of the building, which I do love dearly. I love interacting with all the residents and any person that is interested in the building. Yeah, it's exciting because I get to share all these wonderful amenities. I get to share, and hear what they're interested in, and the highlights. And I kind of consider myself to be, from time to time, funny and entertaining.
Well, yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's why I got to get you on the podcast, because I'm like, FaRay, listen, if anybody in this building is going to come do this little podcast with me, it's going to have to be you.
I appreciate you finally twisting me on. I got here.
Yes, you did.
And I do appreciate it because it's a wonderful place that I've seen so many things growing, and as it progresses, I'm like, man, I'd really like to be part of this train. It really does feel like it's moving in the right direction. The people receive it well, and I just would like to be, I like to be affiliated with that, and I like that nothing but positive things came from it so far.
Yeah, good. And you know what? I know that there's just with you, I think that no matter what's going on at the end of the day, you've kind of got this positive outlook, and you know what? It's if y'all are stressed out or whatever's going on, it's you're always you know what? I love it here. I love my job. I love to interact with y'all, and that's what's most important. And I'm but that comes through because as someone that lives here and has to see y'all all the time and stuff like that, I always look forward to seeing you. So just know that you're very appreciated, not just by me, by everybody that lives here and works here. So
I thank you. I think one of my biggest goals is just to remind every person that does live here, whether it be for a day or a month or a year, that this is their home, and we appreciate it and treat it as such. And the more and more we recognize, this place, whole building, being our home, it's a good feeling when you come back from a vacation and you walk in the door and they're like, "Oh, welcome back.
Right.
We've missed you.
How was your trip?"
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
I was ecstatic when someone asked me, so I was man, I wanted to share that same feeling with everybody else to know that, we noticed you're gone. Yeah, we noticed that you're back, and we hope that you had a wonderful time.
Right.
So just to me, it feels great to know that it was received well, and that paying attention, just even a minute, makes a world of difference in someone's life.
No, that's so true. And your attitude and your that kind of just greeting someone with a smile on your face, that really, that shines through for you. So Yeah, we really love you and appreciate you. I know I do, and I'm sure everybody else here does too. So, FaRay, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, give me like a little bit of your story, your background. Where are you from? Who's FaRay? If you can sum it up, you know what I mean.
I don't even know if I have like a set amount of words that could describe.
Take your time.
I'm from Michigan. I'm born and raised, and then I moved out to Phoenix roughly 10 years ago. Have had an interesting journey. I started along the outskirts and slowly worked in as I was getting more and more interested in, city and the faster paced life. And I seen all the beautiful amenities that have, people intrigued to be downtown.
Yeah. That's just so interesting though. Like, had you been looking at Arizona or Phoenix, or did you just kind of happen to roll up here, or like what was that journey like for you?
Yeah, I did kind of just happen to just roll up
here.
It was like, well, I think I'm going to venture off to a bigger city, and Phoenix felt like something where I could safely land, and I felt like it was a good transition place. So people were always coming and going in Phoenix, and I think that it was a good place for me to settle in because I was able to meet wonderful people, and it was a permanent thing. And I feel like, again, it's a good transition. If you wanted to go from A to B, Phoenix is a good place to get in between and make that B decision.
Right, before whatever the next big thing is.
I mean, like, you'll like it here. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful and great here.
For sure.
But it can be a temporary stay for some. And I think that is something I enjoy, because I think when you do come out and see it, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I love to share those extras. Even something simple as being on the 23rd floor for that pool, like just to look over to see the city or see the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the state fair at night time.
Right.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, this place, I mean, look, I'm loving Phoenix at the moment. I mean, it really is. It's a beautiful spot. Arizona as a whole is just like so freaking beautiful. Like, you know what I mean?
Everywhere you go, you can find something that's just jaw dropping.
Yeah, for sure. So you ended up here in Phoenix, and then, how did you end up here at Kenect?
I was working in management before this.
Okay.
And in a corporate level, it was an exciting job. I did enjoy doing it. It was in transportation, but I needed the change. I wanted to be more engaging with people, and to me, that was way more exciting than being behind a desk in an office day to day. Like, I had seen 2 or 3 people in my day, where now it's like 20 to 30, and I enjoy it. It brings so much joy to me that coming into work on a day-to-day basis, feeling that joy, it makes it even more exciting to come to work, and I make it not feel like work. So,
right.
And then all the positive that comes with it.
Yeah.
How could I not come in and be like ear to ear smile and not be bubbly? Like, what do I have to be bummed about?
I mean, like a job is always going to have its ups and downs. You know what I mean? But like you said, like if you come in and you like, that like the people that live here and stuff are like, oh my God, FaRay. Like, I know it's got to be like that every day. I've seen it for myself. I'll be down there chatting with y'all for like a few minutes, just like catching up and seeing what y'all are up to. And then everybody that comes down, FaRay, oh, I just wanted to come say hey to FaRay and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It goes right back to that home. I think it goes right back to that home piece.
Right.
We notice if you had a bad hair day, or notice if you had, and if you catch something as small as, hey, you got something right here.
Right.
They're going to appreciate that as we're walking out the door.
Yeah.
So they trust me to be like, hey, do I look all right?
Right.
I got a photo shoot coming up, and I cannot be walking out here looking a mess. I'm like, I got you. Let's get it together before.
Right.
And to me, that, again, makes a world of difference, because they know that they can trust me to make sure they're walking around looking their best.
Yeah.
And I love to be part of that. It's just a whole lot of fun.
Wait, so when did you say you moved to Phoenix? How long ago?
Ooh, about 10, almost 11 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a change, because I started off in a house on the outskirts, like Goodyear region.
Okay.
More family-based, more baseball. I mean, not the baseball downtown, but like it was
like
more
that suburban kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I loved it, but like I was like, it's not moving the speed I needed to go.
Yeah.
So the closer I got, the more the city livened up, and the more I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then I stumbled across Waymo, and I was like, "Oh, this is even cooler."
Right.
Like there was just
we talk about Waymo so much on this podcast.
Because I'm trying to tell you guys, like I was trying to push Waymo before Waymo knew that they were trying to push Waymo. Like,
right.
Because I was like, these are those extra features that the rest of the country does not get the opportunity to be part of that.
Not yet.
And every person that I've seen that hops in one, pulls out their camera, records the driver, the non-driver.
Right.
And then I'm always told, be ready for your first left-hand turn because it's going to blow your mind. After that, it's just, I mean, so there's always things that I find to me that I want to, relatability.
Yeah.
And we live in a world that I feel like we are so, the tension's always so high that like finding relatability seems to be harder than what it used to be. But I strive off of it. Like I feel like, again, life's too short. We care too much about each other, and it may not always show, but we really do. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if we take a step back and just, remind ourselves we're all human, we're all on the same page, and all just trying to move forward. There's a lot more relatability than we thought.
Yeah, for sure.
And kindness can go a long way.
Hey, that's so true. I mean, like, yeah, it's crazy to me that you said that you worked in like an office environment for a while. I'm like, I can't even picture that with like just who you are. Like, no, I think like working with like people, facing people every day is definitely more like up your speed or whatever, up your alley. You know what I mean? Like to me, from the outside looking in. But
a few years ago, I would have fully disagreed with you. But
really?
I would have been like, no, da-da-da. But my team that I worked with, that I sent off into the state, because they worked all over Arizona.
Okay.
They valued me dearly, and they really, that was one thing that I've always got brought to my attention. It's like, well, you've been the best supervisor manager we've ever had. We really appreciate, and longevity. I wanted people to stay on board. I wanted people to understand that, it's teamwork. If we work together, we can solve these problems. And they were such wonderful individuals that I don't know, that relatability, Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just me going out there doing it. It was us doing it as a team. And having that accountability to know that they could always rely on me means the world.
Yeah.
And noticing the little things. Again, when your hair's done, when it's your birthday, when you stub your toe and you start limping around, like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
Like those all matter.
Yeah. I just find it interesting that you said that like a few years ago you would have disagreed that you felt more comfortable working like more behind the scenes. So like when you were like growing up and stuff, were you like always this kind of like bubbly personality, or were you more shy, or like did you always know that you wanted to like work with people or what? Tell me about that.
Honestly, I think I took a long time to find my path, find
really?
my footing.
Really?
I feel like the most interesting people are still trying to find their footing.
Yeah.
That's just the whole point of exploring life. You see what works for you, what hit and what misses, and
mm-hmm.
along the way, sometimes we get settled in some things, and I know that that's hard to break free from. And that was, I think, one of those reasons. Like 5 years ago, I'm like, no, I'm pretty settled here. I like what this is, but like, I didn't know that there was something better. I didn't know that I really did like engaging with people. I used to say, oh, I'm not a people's person. And then I said, exactly.
That is shocking to me.
Because you would have thought I've never skipped a beat. Like
no.
And even I'm like...
You're not shy or anything like that. Like, I feel like you're always like, hi. You know what I mean? So that's shocking to me.
It doesn't faze me now, but like back in the day, I used to be, again, much more distant. But there was a feeling of wanting to just be my authentic self.
Yeah.
And once that happened, and I just was like, you know what, I can't speak for anybody else's opinion about me, but I can always share the best parts of myself. And if they choose to take it, cool. If not, then at least they know an honest effort will put forth. And that's usually why I don't get much hate, is because, like, all in all, it was always met with like the best intentions. I'm not trying to deviate or do anything deceptive. I'm just trying to, be there in one way or another.
And put your best version of yourself forward. And like, that's what
Even
me
if
too.
I can't really help. You'll know that effort was there.
Right. No, for sure. So, you've been at Kenect Phoenix now for how long? Probably like a few months?
A few months, yeah.
Because like, I see if I moved in July, you had kind of just started, right? I think.
I was about a month in, maybe. Like just getting started and acclimated with this goes here, that goes there. Kind
Wow.
of stuff.
And this is one of the first jobs that you've worked in your career that it's been like kind of right up front kind of thing.
I've never worked in hospitality before.
Wow.
And you would have thought, again, even I would have thought at this point, like, I was like, man, this feels like I've had some years of experience.
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. Do you think like something like this is where you see the future of your career going? Like, could you see yourself working with people and in hospitality or concierge or whatever, like for the foreseeable future? Because I mean, just from the outside looking in, you're freaking good at this. You know what I mean? In some capacity or another, you know what I mean? Whether that's concierge or not, but working with people, yeah, to me.
Long story short, yes. I do think that somehow clouds has parted and this is a career path I really do like.
Yeah.
It's something that I think I was looking for. I thought it was behind a computer, but now I'm realizing more and more that I just need to be more engaged with people.
For sure.
And that would help not only me, but whomever I worked with. And this place has just created so many opportunities for me to see the level of growth I could take. And that I don't have to stop my own growth. I can just continue to smile and that be all it take.
Personality gets you a long way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I didn't realize I had the right one or a good one. I didn't. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it was bad, but I just didn't think that I would receive that much positive attention for just
being who you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Take it from someone. I'm the same way. Like, I never would have thought that I would be doing what I'm doing today. But it's just like, okay, if you just like bring your authentic self, your personality, things start moving for you. I mean, it's so weird that like we get to, in today's day and age, we can be who we are and like also like that kind of just become your career. It's crazy. Like for me, like on social media, doing something like this, like just my personality, you know?
Again, like I said before, you're a celebrity. I'm the one. You asked me to come on a podcast. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm the one for this.
Oh no, FaRay. No, I had to get you on here. So, okay. Tell me a little bit about like maybe if you can, your day to day here. What does a typical day look like for FaRay when you're working?
So I have the beautiful opportunity to come in a little bit later in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I'm already coming in wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. I am coming in with all types of energy because I already had a cup of coffee. I am ready.
Right.
So I usually come in bringing in the joy. I try as bubbly as possible because I just love having that energy, and I just feel like it just ripples off onto other people, regardless if they wanted it or not.
Right.
Positivity is not going to hurt your day.
Exactly.
So I keep pushing that, and the minute I sit down at the desk, it's making sure everything's in order, everything looks okay. Of course, we do have regulatory check-ins and check-outs, so it's confirming everything's good to go.
Because we do have like a little hoteling kind of situation here too.
This building in particular has a whole floor designated specifically for that, which if anybody's here in Phoenix or outside of, please check out because it is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's also exciting to just, sample out. And if you can stay in the place that you probably want to live in for a day or two just to see if that's something for you.
Yeah.
What better way to do it?
That's a good way to think about it. Yeah, for sure.
A couple nights and be like, okay, hit or miss. Yeah, this worked for me. No, but it's to me is a perfect idea. So
yeah, that's a good idea. I never really thought about it like
that. Yeah, so those that do come in, I'm like, yeah, please make sure you check it out. Like,
go look at the pool, go to the gym, go to the
Just say, because this is a vibe for you. It really is. It works, and I think that a lot of people worry about have that certain vibe, but it is doable and it is much more enjoyable than people think. Yeah, people are very engaging here, so I love seeing that. The events, that's one of the job titles that we do assist with, is ensuring that the monthly events happen accordingly and everything's set up right. And
we got one this Friday. Exactly. I'm singing.
I'm looking. You know what?
Friday.
I was already letting people know about it.
Yes. Should be fun.
I'm hearing it's supposed to rain, but I'm like, that could be a whole vibe too.
Could be.
And 70 something degrees, so it's even better. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. prepare yourself.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Boozy hot
That's
chocolate.
Exactly.
Is what it is.
With the fireplace going in the
Yeah,
rain.
could be fun.
Get
Yeah,
out.
could
Like,
be
I'm
fun.
already ready to throw my microphone. Like, I'm so excited. Like, to me, that's a lot of fun. And I like seeing just people enjoying the moment, enjoying the time, just engaging with one another. And I'm part of that. So they know they can rely on me, and packages, that's another side job.
I was going to say, I have a question that's like, what's the most common request that you receive from guests? And I'm like, it's going to be packages, the mail.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody gets everything that they need. And we do a white glove delivery service that we ensure that, our residents have their packages delivered to them in a timely
And sometimes you have to
fashion.
go and be like, hello.
Right.
That would stress me out. No, for sure.
It can, especially when nobody answers. You're like, oh my goodness, what do we do?
Yeah.
It's a quick drop off, and we're good to go. We keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah, I would say it would either be packages, or just ensuring that people's food deliveries are in on time, and making sure that it's handled accordingly. Because if not, it can be death count 3. We don't want nobody's food to be left out in the cold or heat.
Right.
That is not okay.
Yeah.
So those things to me are the must. And just ensuring, again, to me, just welcoming people, making sure that they have access to all the amenities they need. If internet isn't working, come see me. Parking, of course, come see me.
Yeah.
If you ever park in this building, come see me.
Yes.
Just for FYI.
Just come to FaRay.
Safety first.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your car's still there.
Right. Yes. I know I've had that issue before. How do you manage to fulfill difficult or unusual requests?
See, again, I am ridiculously good at that because this face does not lie.
Right.
I'm going to try my hardest to solve this problem.
For the people that live here, it's like FaRay got my back.
I'm going to do whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
Let's get it taken care of. If this was your house,
right,
and you were trying to solve this issue, you're going to get it taken care of one way or another. So as my job, I just make this part of my home. So I'm going to do the extra cleaning. I'm going to make sure things are tidy. If there's a complaint or a problem, I don't think I've ever had anybody get mad at me directly.
No.
It's always like, it's not you. I'm going to calm down because I don't even want to bring that negative energy to you, FaRay. And I'm like, you're so sweet to me.
Exactly.
I was like, thank you. I'm the one saying thank you, and then I know what the problem. So, but I really do try to make sure it's solved. I've personally gone in to try to rescue just little hiccups along the way if it was an AC problem or something not working.
Yeah.
An alarm that went off that we don't know how to shut off.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out. And if I don't know an answer, there's no parking lot. The situation, it's go through the chains of command to see who I can get to solve it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And again, those things are important because, again, you can see the love of me trying to get something done.
Yeah. I mean, I can say I've witnessed that firsthand several times. Like when I first moved in, I was like, my internet's not working. And you were like, or my AC wasn't working. And you were like, we're going to just get it figured out. And like, you helped me with that. So thank you for that. That's a memorable moment for me because I'm like, FaRay, whether you knew how to do it or what, I mean, you were just started, but you were like, we're going to get it figured out for Zach.
Put in the work.
How do you maintain that kind of like composure and like, what is it like? Is it just your attitude or your mindset or what? Like, why are you, FaRay, such a like kind of good energy, a peaceful person? Where does that come from?
My mama.
Really? No, that's so real. That's so real. I love that.
I think my mom and my grandmother were both really good with people, and they've always had a sense of kindness. My family was flocked to them for resolve.
Yeah.
And the confession booth, really. And I don't know how, but that just became my innate responsibility once adulthood hit, and it was something I welcomed because I felt like it brought nothing but positive energy back.
Yeah.
And I receive it so well, and it's so so many blessings you have not room to receive. So like, if I don't have room to receive them, where do they go? I can just filter them back out to the people and just continue being positive. So I was like, why not continue with a positive light? And
yeah.
I don't know. I just like saying. I think also it helped when I was younger working with children.
Okay.
I think that probably because you need a level of patience sometimes, and I think that a lot of people struggle with. And patience is something that I don't know where it comes from, but it does seem like I have a whole bag full that I can just find out anywhere and just step by step.
That is good. That is sometimes you can't really trace that back, like, but. Yeah, when you are like raised with people that are like your mom, your grandma, whatever, like same, you know what I mean? Like you can tell when people have been like, oh, you were raised right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can tell when people aren't, for sure.
No comment.
Right. So something that I always ask about people that come on this podcast too is that, you know, everybody that comes on here, most everybody that I've interviewed are hustlers. Like they're out here doing everything just to like make themselves, just make something of themselves. You know what I mean? So like, what do you do besides come to work here? What are your passions? What are your other kind of goals, side hustles? What you got going on? I know you have some too, so don't lie.
Side hustles. So I absolutely don't. I am strictly a paycheck to paycheck kind of girly.
Okay, but you have other little projects that you've been working on. I do know that.
Yeah, but I don't think I will like try to monetize off of it. I just do it because I surely love the entertainment of being crafty.
Yeah, I love that.
My mom loves to paint, so she has canvases of paint. So for me, I would snag a canvas and try my artistic skills. Mm-hmm. And after my stick figures failed, I decided that this wasn't for me. And then I learned that I could do crafts in a different way.
Yeah.
So I got into Mod Potting and putting a lot of like artwork that I could like cut out and add it to like wine bottles to like level them up. And then
that's cute.
Like Christmas gifts for family. Because I was able to do like all these unique things with them, from San Francisco labels to like a full forest, and then it lit up. I think a little mermaid out of one of them that was blue that came out epic. My mom loved that one; she kept that.
I love that.
It worked out well, and those are the type of things I really enjoy to do. So as the seasons change, my artistics will change. So right now, I'm knees deep or heavy on in my Halloween bag.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So like I'm the guy that will have Halloween prepped before October.
Yes,
so like
me too.
I'm already So I have the skeletons on the wall, the big old spider in the corner, like 4 cauldrons because you can never have enough.
Right.
It's a problem, but I do love it because
but it brings you joy.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like I will design and get the cauldron looking so legit that will be hanging off the wall and it looks like I have flames at the bottom. Ooh. They're like, oh yeah, they're like, are you okay?
No, I love that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you like right in the middle of my living room. It doesn't give like homey vibes. It gives like maybe the Wicked Witch of the East type jazz.
Okay, this is giving
a little too much.
Haunted.
Where's the black cat at?
Right.
Which my girlfriend's already asked about. So it's something that I'm really trying to draw back. Halloween. I mean, once this is over, we'll dive into Thanksgiving.
Then it'll be Christmas soon.
Exactly.
I bet you're going to go in for Christmas, huh?
You know what? I've already started. I have a collection of wine bottles that I've already started working on to like do the candy cane spiral. We fill them up with candy, and then that used to get sent off to like the adults that I couldn't afford, you know, because I'm not getting no Jordans for nobody anytime soon. So it's a thought, you know what I mean? And because you went through and did all the work for it and the artistic piece, they keep it and hold on to it. And some is on their wall. And I'm like covering my face when I visit now because they're like, look what you did.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
See, I'm over here covering my face like, oh my God, you would post that on your wall? And they're like, then why would you give it to us? And I was like, well, I didn't think that you would like...
No, that's sweet, man. I wish I had more time to do stuff like that. You know, I'm kind of the same way, but I have been just kind of like sharing my love with like baking and making butterbeer and stuff the other day. I'm in my Harry Potter era right now, everybody.
Delicious, by the way. So delicious.
Thank you. But
never had it warm. Never had
good,
it like
right?
I thought I knew. Had no idea. Like delicious.
No, but like that is just something that I like to do for fun too. So like I have this dream of like maybe someday having like a house and being able to do that too, and just being like, oh, let me just like decorate, make this place feel like truly fully decorated Halloween style or Christmas or whatever. You know what I mean? I love that.
No doubt.
Someday.
But it needs to be like out in the woods. You know, we need the natural tranquility. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
I totally feel like I can see you already in like a beautiful log cabin already. Like
You're
hands
speaking
down.
it, like we're manifesting it, you know?
Yes, it's gonna happen. I have no doubt.
Thanks, FaRay. Hey, I hope so too. So tell me,
celebrity, you will. It
yeah,
will.
I'm hoping when I get really, really rich.
Hey,
then,
we're already on a podcast. We're already off to the right start.
True.
Like,
I mean, hey, yeah, we're moving in the right direction. But
Amen.
yeah, I have this dream of like buying a little place, maybe somewhere in the middle of Kentucky, and just that being like my little escape, and then still touring or recording or whatever I got to do. But you know, that's just all. You know, it's manifesting. We're working on it. But
when I go back home, we always go out to South Haven along the coast of the beach, and Lake Michigan is just like, it's so
beautiful up there.
Oh,
Yeah,
so beautiful.
I don't think I've ever been up there. But I've been to Michigan, but I don't know about there.
You
I've been to
guys can tell
Detroit.
me- and that's beautiful too. In its own right.
in its own
But,
ways.
and then again, you gotta make sure you're in the right direction.
Right.
But back in Michigan, I personally believe that Lake Michigan gives a better ambiance than even that of LA or their beach, because there's a lot of tension, or there's a lot of people who go out there, so you get a huge
Like diverse, like different types of people and stuff,
well,
or
just
what?
like you don't get nobody out there, so it's much different when you walk in the beach. There's
I see.
nobody there.
I see. Yeah.
LA, you're gonna catch somebody.
Yeah.
There's not any given time of the day that there's not nobody there.
Right,
But
right.
Lake Michigan,
You can find little places of solitude, maybe.
oh, it's so
That's
beautiful.
cool. That's
and I
cool.
live for it.
I have like 2 more questions for you. What do you feel like is what's your future look like? What is the future of FaRay? Like, where do you see yourself in like, maybe 10, 15 years? What's your goals, dreams, aspirations?
My goal is just to continue being happy and healthy. I'm not going to say that I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to because the manifestation of like a house or a new car, any of those type of things aren't as appealing to me as I thought they would be. Mm-hmm. The world has changed so much that even the concept of a house doesn't even seem realistic.
I understand. Yeah, for sure.
So I push that out of the concept of dreams, because I can be happy without that. There's so many things I can do without the need of that. So it's just ensure that I can continue finding that light, that joy day to day, and then I stay healthy, and the family and friends that I encounter are happy and healthy as well. I wouldn't ask for anything more.
I love that. No, that's the most important thing,
I appreciate that.
My last question, and I ask all my guests this too, is like, for me, I'm going, and then I gotta find like that little time every day or every couple days to just like shut off and find some peace. And what I like to do in those moments is like turn off my phone, turn off my computer, unplug for a little bit, maybe read a book or go to the gym or whatever I got to do. What is your how do you find that that balance between work and actually enjoying like your day or your life for a little while? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like for you? Because I think that work-life balance is like so important, or you'll get burnout. You know,
It very much so is. And you're absolutely right. I think that's one of the reasons why I like when I do leave. Like, it's work and life isn't kind of hand in hand where I'm like stepping out. I'd much rather have the come-in process and all that fun jazz. Yeah. So sorry.
No, you're fine.
There's 2 things. One, it's like a morning and evening thing. In the morning, it's having a cup of coffee with my mom on the patio.
I love that.
We'll sit and talk, and it's so necessary for me to have. My mom was diagnosed with a glomus tumor a few years back, and this was pretty serious. They told me that she only had a 20% survival chance.
Oh, wow.
So we were preparing for all these things, and she did survive. She is now I say just, but she's deaf in her right ear. So she's disabled with some other things, but I don't want to list off my
right.
She's a beautiful, smart, and very kind woman that
I'm sure. I would love to meet her because if she raised you, she's got to be the queen. You know what I'm saying?
She just flew in today. I was on the phone with her. Yeah, I was like, Mom, I missed you. But yeah, it's because of that. Just having that one-on-one with her.
Yeah, that's special.
It truly is, and it's something that I'm gonna hold dear with me for forever.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. That's really good. That's such a perfect answer, and that's such a perfect way to like just disconnect from everything and just get back to your roots. This woman that like knows you, like really, really knows you. Like that's awesome.
She starts it to get my day started.
Yeah,
and then my girlfriend in the evening time finishes it.
Yeah,
with we do like I'd say a nightly discussion where we just go over each other's day.
Yeah,
which is normal. I mean, I feel everybody should do that. But like we'll watch something together, and it's like a TED Talk. Like we'll hit pause, we'll discuss it along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe if you guys are interested in what I'm watching, it's T.S. Madison. Like,
I love T.S. Madison.
Oh my God, you've heard of it?
Oh yeah, I used to watch her YouTube videos all the time. I don't know if she's still doing that or not.
Yes, okay. Yeah, she is, and having a wonderful time.
Good.
Craig is amazing too. Like,
okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
She's so funny.
Hilarious. Yeah. And we. My girlfriend introduced me to her, and I had not a clue. So now that I'm, getting the tea, I feel it's just that it has me chuckling.
Open, yeah, it's so funny.
So I can let work go immediately after because we got to get the girls out of here. You know what I mean? The kids out of here. And when she jumbles with the bottles, I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the type of things that help wrap up or start and then wrap up the day. But everything in between, I still enjoy. Like, I don't know why, but I don't think it's like, I used to think it was like a problem, but it's just fun. It's just really cool job.
Yeah.
I get to do this. I mean, like,
right. Hello.
Exactly. This is so much better than the cubicle.
Right.
Years back. Like,
right. Well, hey, I appreciate you doing the podcast. Do you have like, if you don't, it's okay. But do you have like social media or anywhere that maybe some of the listeners could find you? If you want to share, you're free to, welcome to if you want to, but if not,
you are more than welcome to try to find me. I mean, I'm not like I wouldn't deny any person. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Most people shout out their Instagram or something. I didn't know if you want to do that.
FaRay Gibson is my Instagram.
Okay.
FaRay Gibson.
Cool.
You can find me there. I'm also on Facebook.
Okay.
I have considered doing this. I think that you may have been the inspiration because. Look at a girly now.
Hey, I love it. Well, hey, okay. So if y'all want to go find FaRay, you can go find FaRay at FaRay Gibson on Instagram or on Facebook too. And you can be sure to check out Kenect Phoenix and Kenect Nashville at Kenect Phoenix at Kenect Nashville. And then I'm always online everywhere at Zach. FaRay, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, guys, we'll see you then.